And if you look at the mind behind this film, you'll understand why it's such a great, great achievement. You look at whether it was something where we were all so money with Swingers, a man who made us believe not only in Santa Claus, but that his number one elf was Will Ferrell. That truly, Iron Man was awesome. And he is also the writer, director, and star of tonight's film, Mr. Jon Favreau.
It was almost 20 years ago when Swingers was doing the same circuit. We were in the Lido in Venice. No, we're in the Lido in Orange County. But I have to say that you really appreciate. You don't know what you had till you don't have it anymore. And when you make a small movie and nobody expects anything of it, and you can really just have a very free voice in expressing whatever you want. And the thing that makes it all exciting and fun, because oftentimes the little movies, even back then when you put them out in the movie theaters, I mean, Swingers only made a few $1 million and it lived on in video. The real experience that I remember is going to the festivals. And what happens is it's so rare nowadays, especially now, when most of us consume our more grown-up oriented entertainment at home. There's great stuff on television. But there's something magical about a bunch of people coming together in a room like this and sharing laughter and experiencing something that they all individually can relate to and bonding over that. And I just so appreciate when that opportunity arises. You get it with the big action movies, and I love working on the big ones. They're a lot of fun. It's about fantasy and escape. But when you see things that remind you about day-to-day life and about balancing out being a parent, having a career, finding your creative voice, figuring out at 47 years old what the hell you want to do if you're happy. You know, those are things that don't really carve out, a lot of space in the movie theater culture right now. So these festivals are just so wonderful for people like me. I learned a lot about chefs by doing the research and working in the kitchens. And the thing that chefs and filmmakers have in common is they both, they have a vision, they have a voice, they have a point of view that they want to present, but it really doesn't mean anything if somebody sends the food back to the kitchen. It just destroys them. As opinionated and egotistical as they may seem, they can't sleep at night. And the same thing when you're making a movie. Movies aren't something that you make just to have a poster on your wall. There's something to share this experience with an audience and connect. Just out of curiosity, I know you're all cinema fans. You have such a wonderful and vibrant festival with so many films here. But are there a lot of food people who like food here?
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're in good shape then. We're in good shape. Is anybody hungry right now? This is going to be a problem. You've been warned. You have a moment to get some popcorn while the credits roll. It's not going to be a fun movie to watch hungry. It will not be. But I will say, I'd also like to point out, we want to get started, but I do want to point out that there's a guest. The kid who plays my son, he steals the movie. His name is MJ Anthony. Let's just give him a round of applause. He can't see him because his head doesn't come above the seat. But he's 10 years old when we made the movie, playing a 10-year-old. He just killed. There he goes. And to steal the show with a cast like this, as you'll see, is no mean feat. So without further ado, now you've been waiting around a lot, all dressed up for the festival. It's so nice to see. I introduce to you Chef.
Quick housekeeping things. If you've got cell phones, please turn them off. If you have pagers, as Max Naylor tells us all, it's time to upgrade to a cell phone.